Scary Tale Story.
Evil in the Basement. I've had weird paranormal stuff happen to me throughout my life, but this was hands down the scariest and most real. I'm still not sure what I saw, but it stuck with me ever since. When I was 17, I was in a bad spot at home and ended up in a youth homeless shelter. It was this old heritage house, 2 floors with all the bedrooms upstairs, the kitchen and staff office on the main floor, and the basement where my room was. Lucky me. For context, I wasn't drinking or on drugs, wasn't on meds, and was working full-time trying to save up for a place of my own. I was exhausted, but healthy and sober. The energy in that place was heavy, which you'd expect in a homeless shelter, but the basement felt different. The upstairs had people hanging around watching TV, doing homework. The basement? No one wanted to hang out there, and I think I know why now. For those who don't know, youth shelters do night checks where staff open your door to make sure you're there and haven't run off. They do this a few times a night, so the hallway lights are always on and they're bright. My roommate, who worked the McDonald's night shift, and I kept our door shut so we could sleep. One night, I was dead asleep when I heard the door creak open, light flooding in. I stayed still, waiting for the staff to close it, but they didn't. I opened my eyes and sat up halfway. The door was cracked, but nobody was there. I glanced over at my roommate. She was out cold, looked like she had been for hours. Weird, but I figured staff just forgot to close it and rolled over to go back to sleep. Then I felt someone sit on the edge of my bed. I sat up so fast, knees up, heart pounding. Who the hell was sitting on my bed at 3 a.m. in a shelter? That's when I saw her. She looked like a little girl, but wrong. Like a shadow, but solid at the same time, covered in something black and metallic. Her hair was slicked back, and her yellow eyes were locked on mine with this intense, almost hateful stare. I've never had anyone look at me the way she did, like I was something she was deciding what to do with. I tried rubbing my eyes, but she was still there. I pinched myself, felt it, touched the cold wall, felt that too. I wasn't dreaming. Then she leaned in and put her hand on my knee. I felt it. Not a cold breeze or a light tap. Her hand felt like a real person's, weight and all. She kept staring, and then her expression shifted and I felt this absolute fear wash over me, like I knew she could hurt me if she wanted. The only thing running through my mind was, she's going to kill me. My heart was pounding so hard I thought I'd pass out. I didn't know what else to do, so I lay back down, closed my eyes, and started counting to 30, hoping she'd be gone when I opened them. Nope, still there. So I closed my eyes again and counted to 60, forcing myself not to cry. When I opened them, she was gone. I got up, checked the door, it was still cracked open, and stumbled upstairs to the kitchen to get water, shaking. I didn't go back to sleep until sunrise, just pacing and sitting at the kitchen table in shock. 2 days later, I transferred to another youth shelter. Before I left, I noticed the landline downstairs was disconnected. It was weird because one of the other youth used that phone every day, and I remember seeing him talking on it all the time. I still wonder who or what he was talking to. Flash forward a few years, I'm 21, and one of my close friends ends up working as a youth worker at that same shelter. One night we're talking about weird paranormal stuff, and she mentions that she always feels like she has to run past one of the rooms in the basement because it feels so heavy and wrong. I looked at her and said, "It's the room beside the laundry room, isn't it?" Her eyes got huge, and she nodded. I told her what happened to me there, and she went quiet. 2 weeks later, she quit her job. She told me she couldn't shake the feeling that something bad had happened down there, that something was still there. To this day, I believe I met something malevolent in that room. I don't know if it was a spirit, a demon, or something else, but I've never felt fear like that in my life, before or since. I think I was lucky to leave that place when I did, but I can't shake the memory of her yellow eyes and the cold, real weight of her hand on my knee. Has anyone else experienced something like this? Is there any non-paranormal explanation for seeing something that real? Feeling something touch you when you're fully awake and aware? I'm open to theories, but part of me knows exactly what I saw, and it still gives me chills just thinking about it.
Like and subscribe to Scary Tales Story for more horror tales that will haunt your dreams and keep you checking the shadows.